I wanted to tell you something for free, but all right. Now, our father is a unique man with a unique way of doing things. And I want to tell you that Ghana is blessed to have him celebrate his birthday here. Sincerely, left for us in Nigeria, we don't want him to come to Ghana. We are very jealous of you. And I must tell you for free, it won't repeat again. Thank you, sir.
Listen to me. Brothers and sisters, wherever the Lord leads me, that's where I am.
All right. Please, can we celebrate him for that? All right. So, Daddy, we are going to cut this cake. So you put your hands on the cake. Yeah. Okay. So what are we going to spell, please? Aye, you guys are in the spirit. I was thinking you people will mention something else, but thank you for saying that. So we are going to spell it together. All right, we chorus it together. Are we together? Are we ready? So we go. Wait. We can't get it.
Prayer enter me, I do. You must enter me, I do. Prayer enter me, I do. Prayer enter me, I do. I do, baby, I do. Do, baby, I do. Prayer enter me, I do. Oh, prayer enter. Prayer enter.
So we go again on the count. 1, 2, go. F, I, R, E, and it's fire. Put your hands together for him. So, thank you. Daddy, please. The pastors in Ghana want to have a picture with you. So please, the pastors, RHI pastors and pastors in Ghana, please can we come forward? Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right. Please, you may have your seat. The beauty of life is that when a man is living his life as a leader, he tends to raise other leaders. And our father over the years has raised many men. And they have some few words to share about their interaction with our father. We have many testimonies to share, but because of want of time, we want to share only the testimonies of our brethren from Ghana. I hope that is okay with you. Are you okay with that? We don't want to take the whole show. We wanted to bring testimonies from Nigeria, but we felt, all right. So,
you should have 2 years prayer projects. YouTube.
Thank you very much. All right, so we're going to be having just a few videos coming up of interview. Please pay attention. We need absolute quietness. We're going to be quick with it. Just you have a lot to gather. This will also prepare your heart to receive. Is that okay? Is that okay? Thank you. Media, over to
5
you.
years prayer. You should have 2 years prayer projects. You should have 5 years prayer projects. You should have lifetime prayer projects. You should have prayer projects that you know that will not be answered in your lifetime. You should have 2 years prayer project. To have entered into the heart of God is that you must pray that kind of prayer. The kind of prayer that 200 years later God comes on air and says, I'm here to answer the prayer that my son Ebu prayed 200 years ago. That is now time for the answer. I want to live like that.
My name is Mrs. Udechukwu. Okay, well, Daddy has a lot of qualities that I actually admire. I've seen him display a few of them in several situations, but I think that, and I always would say that one of the ones I admire about
you should have 2 years
wisdom and the way that he responds and handles situations. Because sometimes, personally, if some things happen, the way I would, process the thoughts and the way I would respond to it will be absolutely different on most occasions. As
you should have 2 years prayer projects. You should have.
Long run, you would see the wisdom that informed his decisions. I've seen him go through tough things.
Okay, there's quite a lot of.
You should have 2 years.
I'll kind of give a scenario of all of them.
You should have 2 years prayer projects. You should have 5 years prayer.
You will not use this app. That is a family person. When I
very let me say loyal. Don't know if that's the right word. When I was still 18, I worked somewhere and my phone got stolen. something like that. The way he stood up for me, he values family. I went home, just told him, someone stole my phone and I know the place and huge guys and all of that. To find out what's happening, they have gone and all of that. They came, barged in, looked for the guy. He nearly beat the guy up and
That is a family.
That brother role very well and all of that. He gives advice, counsel, their life voice. And when it was
Something happened that period, and what he told me is, I told him that I was not able to do what he told me, that I don't want the thing to inconvenience me. And he made a statement. He said, do you know the level of inconvenience you can go to because of family? So that is that statement has stuck with me even till now. And that is kind. That is a very kind man. He will not, he will not use his appearance to know. He's kind and soft too. It's a very rare combination. So for me, that is what most people don't see. They see the, the apostle side and those kind of stuff, but those things have been there. It's not, maybe he has become better.
Okay, my name is Pastor Denny.
So for me, that is what most people don't know. He's kind and soft too.
And how it happened was through, I was invited by Pastor Chimubi. I saw the flyer on his status and then I asked him if I could attend the meeting. He said yes, and I attended. In course of the prayers, I think at the point in the prayers was going, but when a particular man picked up the mic, the atmosphere changed. And I didn't know he was then we used to call him pastor. I didn't know he was the pastor. After the meeting, I wanted to leave, and he called me and asked me my name. I told him my name, and then he said his name was Pastor Edu. He did not even put pastor, he said Udechukwu. That's how, and immediately he told me to Edu. I was shocked. I said, after what I saw, and me, when he asked me my name, I introduced myself as pastor. The first time I got to know him, I attended. I saw when he came for that same meeting. That was the first time I related with him face to face, but not necessarily submitting, because his own session. 2 hours just passed like this. So after then, we got to know again 2018 when he came for that same meeting. That was the first time I related with him. Not necessarily submitting, because I was afraid. I didn't know how I would do that. Or even though it was in my heart, but I was afraid because I didn't know how I would. I know you might not remember that we met. So, but after then, the third time we met was that same 2018 when I went for Bible school with Pastor Jasper.
I went for my secondary school. So it was in that prayer meeting that I met him for the first time. And then after that prayer meeting, initially during that prayer meeting, because of the manifestations of the Spirit and strength that I saw him manifest in that meeting, within that meeting I can still remember I had to go and hold him while the meeting was going on, in the act of trying to receive from him, but he discharged me. So after the meeting, what I did just like what Zacchaeus did. I went directly to the directly opposite the meeting venue, and then I carried the seats and I sat down directly waiting for him. And immediately he came. I knew he would actually come down. Coming down, he would meet me there. So he came down and walked straight to me, and then he spoke to me with a very calm and humble voice. We exchanged greetings, and I took. Okay, he was not able to give me his number, but I took his Facebook name, so I had to go back. I created a Facebook account, and then I reached out to him, and that was the first time I had to travel to Newi to meet him and have a contact with him.
Okay, I met Daddy in 2019, July precisely. That was when I met him physically. He came to Enugu. I lived in Enugu then, so we had a program, and he was present for the program then. Lectures on Revival was in around Parkland, so that was where I physically met him. Before then, of course, I've been hearing about him so much from my younger brother, who is Pastor Chibike. He was the one that first introduced me to him. So then we got to meet. Then finally, after the program, I had the privilege of meeting him physically, and then that's how we met.
Okay, so it was in 2019. I saw a flyer on Facebook. It was someone that actually sent it to me. A conference was coming up in Anambra State. I was September 2019. So at first my mind was like, I'm not like Eastern pastors, things that we've heard about them because I grew up somewhere else that is not in the East. So I was skeptical because I've heard things about Eastern pastors. And then I said, okay, let me just give it a try. This was after I had gone through the Facebook profile. So I wanted to go to his Facebook profile to know what kind of pastor this is. And then I saw he was talking about intercession. That was a big deal for me because that period I was really trying to find my footing there. So I said, I must go and see. So on getting down to Newi, sat in the meeting that was the first national conference. And then I just remember that he was teaching and he began to make mention of things that I had pondered on in my secret place. I had asked God, I had wanted clarity, understanding, direction, and he was just like literally reading everything out from my jotter, answering every question, and I was like, who is this man? How does he know what the things are having? So, and that was my first encounter. So I was mind-blown. And I knew by that encounter that God, this is a vessel, this is God's mouthpiece to me. So that was the first encounter.
2017, September period, during election period, and I went to do voters card, and I saw his program flex with my friend, and my friend was like, I know this man. And for me, I didn't know him, but I saw his father's picture in the flyer. So, and as I know his father, but I didn't know him, all of us. So he said that he will be in the meeting. I said, okay, I'll be in the meeting with him also. So let me go and see what's going to happen in that place. So, but coming to the meeting for the first time in my life, I've been desiring to see the move of God. I've been desiring to see, I'm very hungry for God, but my environment have not given me opportunity to experience something like that. I've been reading books, I've been watching clips and videos too. And I've been seeing people like Tagging and all the powerful men of God, but I've not seen such a thing in my environment. So for the first time, I saw a young man, and I was at the back, and I was shocked to see how God was moving in the meeting. I didn't understand the thing. I was trying by all means to actually capture everything. For the first time, he came down to my side and just touched me, and the first time in my life I fell on the pole. It was not funny. The next day, okay, that night I said I will not go because of what I saw. I said I will not go. I want to be in the prayer meeting because they held prayer meeting that night, and for the first time in my life, I prayed all night. I wanted to die that night. So, but because of the hunger in me, I decided to also stay. The next day, I came to the front seat. The person that introduced me to him didn't meet up again. So from that day onward, I don't know, till now, I've been following Papa.
My first encounter with Daddy was through a friend, Funny, and we were preparing for a conference in our campus then. I think it was around 2019. We were preparing for a conference that I happened to be hosting. I was hosting a conference in a small setup that we were having. And a friend of mine said that there is this man of God that is doing mighty things in Newi and all that. And I said, they don't know all these people, but the guy was able to convince me. True story. He was able to convince me, and I said, okay, let's invite him. And then I got glued to one of his videos I watched, and it was in that video that I saw beyond the person, I saw beyond the meeting, I saw the intensity that Daddy had and the capacity he has to deliver. So we were able to finally get through to him and invited him for the conference. And then he came 2020 to Federal Polytechnic Nekede. Then it was something else. There is a post that is making that is currently trending online on Facebook right now that where Daddy was ministering. That was the meeting. In that meeting, because it's the first time I'm sitting under him, I don't know him before that time. So in that meeting, I was just observing, like, what kind of a man is this? You could literally feel the intensity, the passion, the zeal, the hunger, the vibrations coming from every utterance. And I can't forget the first utterance that he made when he came for that meeting. I can never forget it in my life. And he was teaching, I think he was speaking about the government of the Spirit upon the life of a man. And then he now made a statement. He said, now that you have eaten, who asked you to eat?
I met our father in the Lord, apostleeduudechukwu, in the year 2020. At the moment, I was serving in NCCF Delta State. I was serving as a state executive, and it so happened that my prayer secretary then invited him for a 12-hour prayer drill. So that was how I met him, and it so happened that when I met him, it seemed as if we have met for long, and we were relating as though we've known before. But for me, that was the first time I was visiting him physically, and that began to fascinate me and began to, make me think that I think this man is a good man, at least as much as I knew as at the moment. 2020. I met apostleedu, my father in the Lord. I contacted him through my friend. I know his name. Prayer secretary, and I was serving in the Nigerian Christian Corpus Fellowship. So right there, the guy, he just came one day. He came one day and told me that there is a certain man of God. That there is one certain man of God when he's walking in power, the man will say, Holy Ghost, find them, and then one or two people will now fall. But there is another certain man of God that is in the Navy, and then you now say, Holy Ghost, move, and then everybody's on the floor. So that particular thing, it really triggered I started inquiring. I said, who is this man of God? Who is this man of God? Then I don't know how he reached out to him, and then he got his contact, and then some few weeks later, he introduced me to him online. So I started, that should be around April or so, 2020, after I met him.
How I met my father, apostleedu. His sickness that made me to meet him. I started attending revival. I mean, I was looking for a place where I can find God. So I saw a flyer, 24 hours with Jesus, and I came for the program. So from there, I've been coming. So then there was a day where I was struck. I was struck terribly, like health-wise. I was totally paralyzed. So that was where I would say I first met my father.
Oh, okay. That was an issue me and my wife had, but then we have been following the apostleearomeosayi. So my wife, through his contact, personal assistant, we got in contact with him and asked him for prayers. I mean, apostleearomeosayi. So he gave me Daddy's number. That one of his sons is in the Navy. And when I saw his picture being from my religious bias, I told my wife that he should leave some of these pastors, that this man is still very young. So we didn't know. But then we have been following apostleearomeosayi. So one of my friends, one of my brothers, who happens to be a friend also, now told me around 2020. I believe what happened was 2019, because it's number 2019. But my friend introduced me to him 2020, that one of Apostles Arome's son. So we came, and that was how we started coming from 220. Started coming to the hub 2020 on the direction of my friend and brother.
I'm a being of war. I'm forged in the fires. When I laugh, it's a weapon. When I shout, it's a weapon. When I dance, it's a weapon. Anything I do, weaponize me.
Okay. I don't know. I think, first of all, my expectations then were not really, perfect, because I think I was still growing. I was still growing a lot in God, trying to mature, trying to understand, And so the things I expected was probably that, he'll be hard, he'll be strong, there'll be things he would, But so far being married to him, he's a kind person, he's a loving person, he has patience, okay? He knows how to give people benefit of the doubt, the opportunity to change. He loves to see people. He will push you to your limit. That's the truth. He will push you to get out the best from you, but then within it too, he has...
God called a servant unto his purpose. What began as a personal encounter would become a divine assignment that would touch countless lives. Today, we celebrate not just another year, but a life dedicated to answering the voice of God.